So yeah, here's just one last little look at it. It's my plate. You know, I got metal in it now, so this. All right, welcome back to the Josh T Experience. I know it's been a day or two, long time since I've given an update on the foot, how the foot's doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap this. I usually put this on when I'm going outside. I should have my boot on as well, but it is hot on the Central Coast right now. So every time I put my boot on, even if it's just for 5 minutes, it gets all sweaty, and that kind of grosses me out because if you saw my other videos, I just took my steri strips off of my plate side of my ankle. So it's not like an open wound, but just, I don't know, kind of grosses me out to get it all sweaty. But yeah, so here's a little update. Here it is. Get a little closer. Viewer discretion advised. Boop. There it is. My plate runs from about here to about here. I could feel it. Feels kind of weird, but it's not that bad. Let me get around here, this angle. Here's my other side. Obviously the swelling stain, you know, this is where the tendon and ligament damage was on this side. But you know, just gonna get a workout in. Gonna do some kind of a full body thing, some presses, some curls. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we're just gonna start with some band work. Just kind of get a little loose, you know. All right, let's get a roll workout now. Let's start it. Holy frick, I'm sweating, dog. You know, I need a water break. You know, if you live in California on the Central Coast right now, it's like yesterday was 91. You know, I know it's summer still, or is it? I don't even know, but it's hot. But enough complaining. Owala. You see that Owala focus? It's an Owala. I got steroids in here. No, I have creatine. Which, back in the day, people used to be like, you're taking creatine, you're on steroids. Now, Andrew Huberman and everybody's all about creatine and Joe Rogan, dimethyltryptamine. You know, they're all about creatine. So, look, you know, gotcha. All right, let's get back to it. I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 side, 3 sets of 10 front. I'm not going to really take breaks between those. Probably looks like I'm flying off. Ah. And if you're wondering, right now the weights are set at 100 pounds. So, yeah, it's really light work for me. You know, 100 pounds, not that much. So, don't feel like you have to do the weight that I'm doing, because most of you can't. You know, it takes years and years and years of workout experience to be able to do front and side raises with 100-pound dumbbells. But if you follow my course and buy my program, you one day could be there. So, all right, I said I wasn't going to take a break, but I am. Because again, doing 100 pounds is a lot. All right, I'm going to torque it up. You hear that? Can you hear it? Let's see. Yeah, we're getting big again. We're getting big up in here. All right. 12.5 pounds. I mean, 120 pounds. Let's go. And let's go. Where's Golden? And if you want to come out my form, just keep in mind you're making fun of a disabled person. You know, I don't care. If that's the kind of person you are, hey, just let it be known. Look at this. How dirty the bottom of my foot is. Golly. No screenshots. Oh, man, it's hot. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is honestly a huge bummer for me, uh, being hurt like this. Especially not being able to work. I mean, I'm a quote unquote traditional kind of guy, and I can't provide solely for me and Caitlin, but I contribute a lot, and to not be able to be contributing like how I wish I could be or like how I was, because I'm hurt, it sucks. I have to keep reminding myself that I'm not working right now because I can't, not because I don't want to. Um, in order for me to get back to work, I have to rest. That's a hard pill for me to swallow, but that's the reality of the situation. So you know, got to keep my mind state positive, even when I want it to be low. But that's not how we do it here in Rex Kwando. All right, enough of that. I'm gonna keep 12 and a half. I'm in 120 pounds. Let's redo it again. Last set.
Let's go, baby. Look at that. 6. Let's go. 8. Oh, that doesn't count. Let's go.
Let's go. One more, baby. Let's go. That's how you do it, dog. That's how you do it, baby. I think that was 3 sets. I'm gonna do one more set. I'm gonna go heavy. I'm gonna put it at 17 and a half, 170 pounds. And I'm gonna try to get at least 3 of each. Man, look at that atrophy. This really messed with me mentally. I'm not gonna lie. The first day I got my cast off officially, after surgery, and I saw my calf, man, it got me pretty depressed. I'm not gonna lie. If you know me, I'm not really the kind of guy that goes around saying I'm depressed, but yeah, it really kind of hit me. Again, you could see the size difference, the atrophy. It kind of just made it real that I'm injured and this is going to be a lengthy journey. But I quickly tried to get myself out of that negative mindset, and instead of looking at my leg and saying, "Oh my gosh, like it's so atrophied, it's so weak, this is going to take so long to build up." And don't get me wrong, that was my mindset initially. That was my mindset initially. But then I tried quickly to adjust that, and instead of it being, "Oh, it's going to take so long before I can recover," and I tried to turn it into, you know what? Like I said earlier, this time that I have to recover, I'm just going to use it to just hammer down on recovery, hammer down on physical therapy, and literally, I'm just going to do my best to come back stronger. Use this as, like I said, a turning point in my fitness journey again. And instead of just feeling bad for myself, which doesn't help me recover, it doesn't help my mindset, it doesn't help me in general. So instead of that being my mindset, I'm trying to not trying, I am having my mindset be, let's just get stronger. Let's put the work in. Let's get stronger. On that freaking note, I just amped myself up, dog. That's how you do it, baby. Let's go. Self motivation. Rex Kwando. All right. Freaking 17 and a half, 170 pounds, dog. It's going to be light work. 3. That's all I'm doing. 3. How about I hold it? How about I freaking hold it? What up, dog? All right, side. Oh, man. That might have to get all out of me. That's right. Let's go. 1. Let's go. One more, baby. Let's go clean. Let's go clean. Let's go clean. Oh, frick. Gee. There we go. Oh, man. All right, now we're going to do some overhead press. Yeah, let's take a little break. That was intense, dog. I'm telling you, I haven't been in the gym. Even before my injury, I had not been in the gym. I'm not kidding you. Like when I was younger, I would go every day. for like 2 hours sometimes. Like in the peak of my fitness, I was going like 2 hours a day, and I was big. Um, I know that sounds corny, but I had a good base, a strong base. And now, yeah, I'm struggling with 17 and a half pounds, doing lat raises, but I'm still doing them, and that's what matters. Um, never let your past put restrictions on your future. Right? Write that down. Never let your past put restrictions on your future. That's out the dome, dog. There ain't no quotes on the wall. This says, "Girl, look at you. This is a girl. You are a queen." I didn't. That was my own quote. Never let your past put restrictions on your future. Bars. All right, we're gonna go up. You know what? Last week I started off at 20, so today I'm gonna start off at 25. 250 pounds. 250. 250 pounds. And again, don't feel rushed to go to your local gym and get the 250-pound dumbbells just because, the Josh T experience is doing 250 pounds doesn't mean you have to, all right? Have your own experience. Be original. All right. All right, let's go. Light work, baby.
Let's go.
Light work. Light work. And since I only have one leg, I want this leg to be jacked. So as I finish that set, I'm going to barf. No, I'm not. JK. 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 I'm going to do single leg get-ups. If you don't know what that looks like or you can't visualize it, I'm going to show you. I was doing these before I got hurt. Look at that. Dang. All right, let's go. Whew. Round of applause. Good job, Josh. Keep it up. Yeah. Man. I'm sweating, dog. It's only been like 16 minutes. I'm sweating, fam. Let's have some steroids. Water. Sorry for the audio if that sounds crazy. But, it is what it is. Boys gotta hydrate. All right. Let's get the weight up. 5 pounds. So I was at 25. 250. So I'm gonna go 5 pounds up at 30. They're set to 300 each side. Oh, that's a good song that just came on. You know what's crazy? Right now I have this little clicker here that's connected to my phone. I could stop and start videos, which is sick. Thanks to my cousin Serena for shouting out or sending me this tripod. It's sick. Thanks, fam. That's connected to my phone. This is, I guess, used through the USB port, but I also have a headphone in. That's also connected. I didn't know one device could have so many Bluetooth things running. I guess it's only 2, so it's not that much. You know what? It is what it is. But yeah, I got a bunch of Bluetooth rays going through me right now. Oh man, life is crazy, huh? Life is crazy. Life is crazy. But what did I say earlier? Never let your past put restrictions on your future. We could all do whatever we want. We always forget that, or at least I forgot that. I have free will. Thank you. And I restrict myself a lot. Caitlin, on the other hand, if you know Caitlin, she does not restrict herself. Sometimes she gets her hands in too many cookie jars, but sometimes that's a nice problem to have. She's a very driven person. She thinks of something, and if she sets her mind to it, she accomplishes it. She's been in the medical field as a medical assistant for years now, and she's fought for herself, and now, she works for cottage urgent care, and she makes a fair wage, and she fought to get there. During COVID, she became a massage therapist. She put her mind to that, and she accomplished it. And then, about a year ago, she started up a massage business, and she rented a studio. It was a small room studio, but she did that. She put her mind to it, and she did that. She made that dream come true. And although she doesn't have that business, or that studio anymore for her business, uh, that doesn't mean she can't start it again in the future. That's what I had to tell her. Financial reasons, we had to stop. We couldn't afford the rent anymore for her studio, but she was paying it. But long story short, she put that on pause, and she kind of kicked herself while she was down, by saying that she failed because she didn't have her studio anymore. And I had to remind her, you just paused that endeavor. You still have your massage license, you still have your business license, you still have your name, your skills are still there. And just because you're pausing it right now, doesn't mean that in the future you can't, start that again. So the reason I went on that tangent is just because I restrict myself a lot, sometimes with, thinking, oh, I can't do that, it's too big of a thing or whatever. But I look at her and I see, no, like, if you're confident and you put your mind to something, you could do it. That's kind of why I'm starting this YouTube, Instagram, and hate to say it, but TikTok stuff, because right now I'm hurt, and why not try it out, right? Who's to say I can't do it? The only person saying that is me. And I got to change that. I got to change that about myself. I got to stop telling myself that I can't do things, or it'll be a waste of time. Like, no, you don't know till you try it. It's funny because I would tell Caitlin, should I start my business? Should I rent a studio? And I tell you know what, just do it right now while we're young. We don't have any kids yet, and that's what I was telling her. Like, just do it, because right now we could afford to fail. But yet I don't practice that myself. So let that be a message for myself and for anybody who watches, even if it's just one person that sees it. You know, reach for the moon and hit a star, right? All right, enough of that BS. Let's get it. 300 pounds.
Champagne for the pain.
Whoa! Gotta do that again. That was wonky. Control. All right. Well, that's a bummer. I just realized midway through, well, not midway, it was like towards the end, my mic cut out. Charge your stuff, everybody. Charge your stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to end the video, giving a little recap on my foot. I'm still non-weight bearing, which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping that my last visit in August 15th, I was going to be able to be weight bearing, and my surgeon decided that I was not. I think that was due just to mobility in my ankle. Obviously, it just was too stiff, she said. So, decided on non-weight bearing, but that's okay. I go back on the 15th of this month of September, and I'm really hoping that at the end of that appointment, the x-rays and everything will show that I'm able to be weight bearing. And then I'm hoping at that point, since I'm young, I do have, time, age on my side, right? I was a healthy, somewhat active person before I got injured, had a healthy body, so have that going for me. So I'm hoping that once I am able to be weight bearing, that it will just be a snowball for recovery and a snowball for positivity. So yeah, here's just one last little look at it. It's my plate. I got metal in it now, so this thing shouldn't break, right, until it gets rusty again, which hopefully we won't even be around here by that time. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you made it to the end, I hope you get out and go on a walk today. Just do something for your mental health, just something to get active and get some fresh air. For me, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna shower because I stank, I'm sweating. And then, yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out, that's it, boom.